as far as the industry is concerned. I think the louder voices were coming from like the dude bros. Like gaming has always been kind of exclusively like ours, like the fucking nerds and the derps.
Yep.
Usually, if like everybody played video games, right? But the cool kids or like the fucking kids who didn't want to be seen as geeks was only playing like the sports joints, maybe some shooters.
Yep.
When we was kids, maybe Contra.
Oh my
Like
God.
everybody played Contra. There was games that everybody played, and there was shit that you kept to yourself because you didn't want people to think you was some kind of way if you wasn't that kind of way. Right.
Right. Hmm.
I think when the internet, like, it started to change when games got on, like, when online gaming became, a thing, and those spaces became toxic with, young kids, and the anonymity of the internet just, is going to breed toxicity out of people because people are just terrible when they can do things anonymously. There's been fucking studies about that.
Yeah, that's why people
But
create
again,
secondary accounts just to talk shit on the internet, right?
mhm, exactly. And so, but a lot of people who don't understand that know that, like, a lot of people who understood gaming know that that was not gamers. That wasn't, you know what I mean, the norm.
Right.
Like I said, it's always been inclusive, and we've always celebrated that the diversity. I think even developers have always celebrated in some way diversity. Like I said, like Metroid. Metroid is one of the most beloved games ever,
Hmm.
and its main character. We were all souped when we found out. At the end of the damn game, she pop a helmet off and it's two damn braids.
Yep.
What? Oh my god!
And
I
she's
can't
bad too.
believe it. And she was exactly, if you beat the game in under like 3 minutes or some shit like that, you got the bikini version
Yeah.
of the ending.
Yo, man. Some people still
You
don't
know what
know
I'm
that she's
saying?
like
So,
that, Metroid is the game is had, the main character is a female.
yeah, like Samus is a girl and shit.
Yes, Samus is a
That's
girl.
bugged out. And it's bugged out that people would even trip about that nowadays. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
um it just goes to show you. But the thing is look, see, my uh the way that I see it is this is how it follows, right? Remember Gamergate and how fucking nasty that was.
Yep.
Zoe Quinn started some shit and she got exposed, and instead of taking accountability, it turned into a big giant bullshit.
Yep.
And it was bad news on both sides. But that's what people aren't talking about because we can't blame Zoe Quinn like socially, right? Like that's a bad thing.
Right.
But no, she wears just as much blame when it comes to Gamergate as anybody else who was spitting that nasty stuff on the other side. But because it was that nasty stuff on the other side getting spit and it was against a woman, there were some people who saw money in there.
Of course.
They rubbed their hands together. They got the Birdman rubbing their hands together kind of idea. And it was just right at the time that social climate, right at around the time that we're starting to think differently when it comes to what we're putting out there entertainment wise. Um, Inclusion is important, and being seen, being represented is absolutely important. But like I said before, there was already things happening in gaming that was revolutionary. It's just the fact that people weren't looking at games as art.
Right. For a very long time.
Think about it, for a super long, way longer than it should have been, way longer. Because it
Well,
should have started at Hideo Kojima's fucking Metal Gear Solid. That's when it really should have
yeah.
started. People should have started taking that shit serious then,
Yeah.
right?
Hell
But
yeah,
it
man.
took them all the way. It took them all the way until we was made till Grand Theft Auto made $1 bajillion. Then we're like, oh wait a minute, there might be some money in here. But that's when those consulting firms, most consultants are people who weren't good enough in an industry or couldn't figure out their grift the right way. So they're like, let's just sell this grift to other companies. And that's what's happening. You have writers, people who uh people who maybe, bullshitted their way through a bullshit degree in college, and they're like, all right, well, let me try to, you know, um
Just try
leverage
to
this some
self-improve.
way. Yeah. trying the consulting thing. Even bloggers like like Jersey City had a bunch of bloggers who weren't even from here who were trying to trend set and making a lot of money doing it.
They got popular and
I
shit too.
respect, right. I respect the hustle, but I don't
Mhm.
respect the what you did to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I respect that you figured out a grift, but a grift is a grift nonetheless.
Little
And
hustle
that's
for
what I
sure.
think that these right. I think these DEI companies, this is where they got it from. Out of Gamergate, somehow, some way, Anita Sarkeesian becomes famous in a feminist gaming landscape.
Hmm.
He had a show called Femme Frequency, and this is the beginning of dishonest conversations about video games as art.
What was this on
Now, at
YouTube?
the same time, we're having you, yeah.
Okay.
This was years ago, probably more than 10 years ago. Femme Frequency was out, right? But if any an actual gamer would pay attention to what was going on and the things that she was talking about, she was oftentimes misrepresenting what the games were saying just to make her points. And because she was a trusted feminist voice, people then started to get into those situations where they're like, all right, well, gaming has a problem. And then the media takes hold of that. And now the narrative becomes then the truth when you tell that narrative for a long time. Now, gaming is being tied in with the worst parts of, or the worst aspects of, regular society. There are people who shut themselves in. There's a word for it in every country. We call them incels, I think, here, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now incel is synonymous now with gamer and and this and that and all of these other things, all because of um this misunderstanding. A person who wasn't even really a gamer on one end a few years before she starts this channel admits that she doesn't, a few years before that, oh, I don't like games, I've never have. And then all of a sudden, a few years, I've been a lifelong gamer and look at all my games and this is the games I play. And let's talk about games. Dishonest conversation. She was one among the first people who started to make money with this dishonest conversation. And that's where I think the mother of these consulting companies come from, is the idea that, oh, look at what she did. She was able to make money from dishonest conversation, and how feverishly the American public was demanding the social change, which is a good thing. Again, the social change is a good thing, but the dishonest conversations then start to kind of sway things in the wrong direction. Now we're starting to whistle blow where there's no fire. We're drenching the streets, and some other place could be on fire.
That's
Some other
interesting.
places are absolutely on fire.
Dishonest conversation from these people,
Hmm.
watering down the message and the art.
Right, watering down a message, and right, and not caring about the art, and that's what it should. We should be discussing the art.
Right.
And if there really is a problem with inclusion, then what's the problem? You know what I mean? Because look, Mass Effect was doing gay shit way before Femme Frequency was talking about it.
Right.
There was already, your Shepard could be the freak of the week.
This is considered freak of the week.
Yo, Shepard was a Fariznik. Male Shepard, female Shepard, it didn't matter.
Couldn't
You
you
could
just
have your pick of the litter.
in The Witcher 2 also? Wasn't there like some gay shit going on?
Uh, Who knows? I haven't played enough of The Witcher to actually to
Yeah,
know
I
that.
didn't play that either.
But yeah, I mean, there's been mad games. The Bioware games themselves. Yeah, another Bioware game. Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Yeah, there's always been, alternative representations, or some, fantastic representations of alternative lifestyles. You know what I mean? This has existed. Japanese culture in itself. Most gamers also are anime, consume anime, and that has been
Right.
represented in Japanese culture from since the mid '80s. You know what I'm saying? The early '90s.
Man,
The
I
parents, how
now
normal was
they
it
come
in
hand in hand.
in a show?
Now you
Yeah,
see some
yo,
games come with an anime.
right, right. And there's some anime like I forget which anime it is, but It's a whole anime about a girl, and the father cross dresses on a Tuesday. Like every Tuesday, he like cross dresses or some shit, and that's just what he does. And nobody's asking questions. It's just a normal thing in the cartoon. You know what I mean? And it's been, and eventually we'll get there, and like people will stop freaking out, I guess, on YouTube about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but this is not how we get there. Like these forcing people, like you got to hear some of the shit that some of these DEI companies are saying.
Where
Like
do you
in
see
TED
this?
talks and
Like,
shit.
where do people get exposed to this stuff?
Well, I learned about it because I consume a lot of like gaming channel stuff. Like I be trying to find gaming reviews, but all I end up finding is people crying about, everything is gay now, and I'm
Yeah.
like, but wait, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
Is the game good?
um,
Period. I don't give a fuck.
right. So I start I start consuming some of this stuff, and trying to understand from their perspective what, and it seems like, it is unreasonable to be mad, I think, about like it sounds a lot like, you know um it to me, a lot of the rhetoric sounds a lot like what we went through, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s and 90s. Why this well, now that we got black people in the fucking McDonald's commercial? What's going on with all the hip hop in the boxing games?
Yeah.
People did, America wasn't ready for all that. I mean, they were sprinkling them in with, like the Cosby show and shit like that.
Right.
But America was tripping for a minute. Like, what do you mean that, um what do you mean you got to roll for a Spanish guy that isn't selling oranges by the freeway, or, the fucking Mexican gang jail member, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, jail gang member. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't American Me or some funny Cheech and Chong bullshit, if we wasn't doing drugs and committing crimes, then we
Right.
wasn't represented. Our women weren't represented unless they were cleaning the house somewhere. The si senor and si senorita. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You remember Freddie Prince Jr.?
America wasn't ready. So yeah, yeah. Or Freddie Prinze Sr. actually was in Taxi, wasn't
Yeah, he was in Taxi. He's Puerto Rican,
he? And
and
yeah,
he's got a whole stand-up routine talking about what you just talked about from like the fucking 60s or some shit like that, 70s.
see?
It is hilarious.
Yeah. Yo, Freddie Prince Jr. Shout out to Freddie Prince Jr. He shared me one time on Twitter a million years ago for a video game. Yeah, he texted me. He jumped on this week back when I was on Twitter. Shout out to that man.
Yeah, you break it up a little bit again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, shout out to that man. I said,
Word.
that was
Yo, man, speaking of games and anime, I'm in my fourth playthrough of Near Automata, and it's mostly because I watched the anime. I got all wrapped up into the story again.
oh,
The fucking story. This is it's there's no doubt about it now. If you ever thought to yourself, I wonder what Miguel's favorite game is. Near Automata. My
dope.
favorite game of all time. I like the
Yeah,
lore.
I
I like the story. The fucking anime is dope. The whole premise of it. I like the prequels, Drakengard. Yo, you watch the anime, it's sick, yo. It's really cool.
I gotta see the anime. I seen the
Yeah.
I remember the my oldest son, I had copped it for him over the summer one time, when it came out, or close to around when it came out. And I watched him play that shit the whole summer. That shit was fire.
Yo, yet last night I was playing, and there's a part of the game where the robots start a cult, and you and one of the friendly robots go to visit go to visit the cult because the cult wants to
Mhm.
they want to like work shit out with you for some reason.
Yeah.
So you go, and the leader of the cult is dead. They've been worshiping this one robot, but he was dead the whole time. So when you show up to greet him, his head falls off of his body. And all the robots see this and they're like, holy shit, he's turned into a god. Yo, so they all start killing each other. You're just
Oh
standing there.
damn.
They start committing suicide. They go into these chats, these chants, I mean, that gets them all wound up, and pretty much they're like, "Oh, we want to be like God. You have to be God with us." They start attacking you and try to kill you. So there's a whole bunch of these weird, crazy ideas for religion and
Yeah,
groupthink and all this shit in that game that, like, yo, it flies over people's heads, yo. But I'm eating it up like,
yeah,
yo, this is the greatest shit ever. Like, holy shit. And
yeah,
fucking, yo, amazing, bro. Amazing.
yeah. See, and that's the thing is, yo, it's you can't tell a story the way that you can tell a story through the medium of gaming.
Absolutely. And I think with the game, like, you know how you have director's cuts? Like, we see a movie where,
Hmm.
like, yo, they chopped out like 15 minutes of the movie. In a video game, because now they're like basically playable movies, you have a
Right,
choice whether you want to know more of the story, or if you just want to go by see the movie, the quick 1 hour and
right,
a half version, or do you want the 25-hour version of the movie? You're like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. We going in.
right. Strap
Yeah.
in, bitch. We're
Yeah.
gonna load the whole thing.
Yeah.
Look, and I tell you, oh man, that right there is the reason why, like, I love the brains of people who play Souls games.
Oh my goodness.
Like, how do you extrapolate so much from so little when it comes to just item description and quick little, you know what I mean? Like, people are able to connect dots that are like, that's got to take so long. That has got to take so long between the gameplay, reading every item description,
Yep. Yep.
finding every damn secret, and then these guys will put together 3 4 hour videos, which means that that's got to be like a 6 7 hour script.
And people will watch it too.
Oh, I will
People will watch
watch it.
those videos. Yeah,
Me and I, what? I will watch a Vati video
I will
fucking
watch.
marathon.
I know people that play Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Dark Souls. They don't play any other games.
Yeah,
Those are the only games they play. Like, they're gamers, but really only for that type of game. They don't play no
yeah.
other shit, which is kind of cool. Like, like,
I
yo,
mean,
this one dude. Well, he's really the fucking head of our whole fucking department. I should be saluting him every time he walks by. But I'd be like, yo, Jeff, what's up? You want to play a game? Like, we play games on Steam and shit. He's
yeah,
like our chief technology officer, whatever. But this dude put me up on Bloodborne years ago.
I love that game.
And people are looking around like, yo, this guy plays video games. Like, yo, Miguel plays video games with this guy. What the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, let's play. So, yo, we ended up playing. But he's one of those guys. He's, super rich, whatever the fuck. He doesn't play games like that. But he plays
Right.
Bloodborne, Elden Ring, the one with the fireman dude. It was kind of like Bloodborne 2. He got an axe. I forgot the name of that game. There's too many. There's too many of these Dark Souls type games coming out
Yeah.
though.
There's three Dark Souls. There's Bloodborne, there's Sekiro, and
Yeah,
then there's
Sekiro.
Elden Ring.
There's another ninja samurai type Souls game. We're missing one. It's Sekiro and
No,
then the other one. Oh man, what the hell's the name of
Elden
that?
Ring after Sekiro.
Well, these are all made by the same people or
Yeah,
no? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. All of those are made by the same person. So there might have been a game in it that was like a Souls like, but wasn't made by whatever team. What the fuck
Yeah,
is
who?
their name? Bandai
BioWare?
Bandai Namco? No.
Is it BioWare? No, BioWare makes.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
This
crazy.
not Team Ninja. How do we not know this?
Like, if you dressed
Fucking
up like
Miyazaki.
Ashley, I feel like we could do some
Hmm?
shit like that. Like, this looks like a Vlad TV interview with the shit in the background over here. Like, if I don't know, he never really shows his face, but we could do some funny shit like this. Yeah, we got to figure out a way to play together, man. Live on stream.
Yes, that would be fire too.
Like, we could be navigating through some shit right now.
True.
I've been playing. Yo, man. One big thing I wanted to bring up, dude.
Hmm.
So I don't know all the details, but it went up to Congress. Some law or something was being passed basically about the preservation of video games. And it kind of circles back to what you were saying before. They were basically saying that it should be archived because it's a form of art and all art needs to be cataloged. Like if we want to go back to a game from Atari days, nobody's making money off of that.
Right.
They should just leave it for free. Like we could go and see, we could go to the public library, certain government websites, and look up Beatles
Mhm.
albums, certain ones
Right.
because some of them are still being sold, and we could just listen to songs. There's
Right.
hundreds of thousands of albums that of no name dudes that nobody gives a fuck about that you could, or some that people do give a fuck about. You could go listen to them right now. They're public domain.
Right.
So they said the same thing about video games. The government was like, nah, fuck that. They
Yeah.
took that. They say that that might have something to do with the reason why archive.org went down.
Mm.
That's where all the majority, everybody was getting the older ROMs and shit. But what that says now, all these people in the video game industry, developers, people who are pirates and not pirates, they're saying that now the preservation of video games is up to us. So, pirates pirate, still buy video games, still support. I got this little fucking cartridge for my Switch coming through the mail.
Yeah.
It's gonna allow me to dump my Switch ROMs into SD card.
Beautiful.
So look, if we're gonna like, yo, I'm still playing Xbox 360 games, and it's not, and I
Yeah.
don't have my Xbox 360 set up. I have an emulation machine, so I download these
Yeah.
games that they don't, Microsoft doesn't allow you to download anymore. They're not on the Xbox store. What do you want us to do? Just not play it anymore, just because you don't like what the fuck?
Right.
And these
Because
are
you
like
can't
some
make
of the
money
best
off of it
games.
no more.
Yeah, you're not even making money off of it anymore. The development, the team that made the game doesn't even exist anymore. Like,
Bingo.
come on, bro. So unfortunately, that's
And
what
that's
it's
the
looking like.
that yeah, and that's the problem. The problem is we're relying heavily, um, too heavily. The corporations are relying too heavily now on it's only worth it if it makes a buck. It's
Yep,
only worth it if it makes a buck. And it's like, dog, a lot of the people that we venerate now in these days died broke. Van Gogh, fucking Picasso, like
Tesla.
some of the greatest minds on earth died stinking naked.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And shit now is worth a bajillion dollars. No, it's absolutely worth it to um, preserve all forms of art. Absolutely.
It's just unfortunate,
ET should stay buried where the fuck it was buried. The Atari ET that should stay buried wherever
Oh
the
my
fuck it's at.
god, bro.
But
That's one of
everything
the
else
worst games
deserves
ever.
to stay.
That was one of the worst games of all time. But I still play these old. It makes me sad because I don't know. It's like they disrespect. I don't know. I feel like we're all part of the same community, right? We could stick up for video games and be like, yo, that shit's disrespectful to not only the people that what I'm saying. That's kind of like their way of life. Like these people, they make money making video games. That's how they made money.
Right,
So it's like, yo, do you think like they're stupid because they did that? It's not worth saving for any like. It's a weird way to think about it because
right.
obviously the industry is thriving. We got movies based off video games now, comic books, people wearing shirts. Fucking, it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. It just
It's
bothered me.
like it's like the hip hop of visual media. Like nobody wants to admit that it's fucking moving so much industry right now.
Right,
Um, Nobody on the formal side wants to be like, oh yeah, it's because of gaming. Gaming is doing this. Like, come
right.
on, the internet bullied the damn Sonic people to get it right.
In the movie, right?
Word up, that first
Yeah.
trailer, everybody was like, hell no, we won't go. Then
Yeah.
they
What
had
the
to
fuck
change it
was
back.
that?
They
Yeah,
had
they
to,
saw his face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, werewolf looking ass Sonic.
I went to the theater to see that too with my daughter.
Yeah, it was fire. I
Yeah, that
saw
shit
the
was
first
really
one.
good, yo. You know what
And the
was
little
surprisingly
post.
good too? Detective Pikachu.
I never thought to watch that. I should definitely check that out.
Yo, the dude who plays the main character is good, and fucking what's his name is Pikachu. This guy's like in everything now though. Ryan Reynolds, I think, is Pikachu.
What?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty funny
Yikes.
actually. Yeah, you should check it out. I think it's Ryan Reynolds. If I have it, I might be wrong.
And he's talking like regular English. He's not Pika in the whole
He is,
situation.
but only the main character can understand him. It's like the game.
I
He
bet.
be talking shit to people, and they hear Pika Pika Pika. Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
shit,
dope. That's a dope concept.
yeah, that shit was alright. It was a good movie. Oh, that's another thing I've been. Well, now that you have access to the temple, the Jedi temple of
Man,
Putt, I'll
you
be.
have blessed me, Lord. You have blessed me. Yeah, nigga, I was watching the Bill Cooper joint yesterday.
Oh, that's what's up. Which one?
uh, the one about his life.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up, man. Hell yeah.
yeah.
I put I put 2 seasons. I don't even know if we should be talking about this right here on this. But
Oh, you're
I
right.
I put I put I put 2 seasons of Ancient Apocalypse, the shit my man on Netflix, Graham Hancock.
Yeah,
I have the 2 series on there. But
I
yeah,
gotta check that
in
out.
video games related news,
Hmm.
actually here, let me tell you this, yo. So I've been since I have that, I'm trying to watch more anime for the kid,
Hmm.
whatever. And plus I just like anime. Holy shit, yo. There are fucking some really weird shows that these Japanese people are coming out with. It'll be like a whole sentence to name. It'll be like
Oh, I
the
love
name
it.
of the cartoon will be the one time I stubbed my toe on the way to the store. That'll literally be the name of the show.
You remember Wicked City?
Wicked, of course, hell yeah. The movie?
That's not, yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
not the name of the movie. That's just what like America called it to make it catchy. The actual name of the movie, the literal Japanese translation is Supernatural Beastie City.
I would have rather well, actually no, Wicked City was alright too.
Wicked City was much better in English.
That's
It
the dude
probably
he had.
looked fucking cool.
His father was fighting that dude with the fucking he had like a wooden sword or like a wooden something. He ended up getting defeated.
Um, no, wait, did the old man? Because it
Remember
was the
there was a fight at the end and they're
no, the two
fucking
bodyguards. The Yeah, oh shit. Now see, I'm forgetting.
yeah, the city's all
And I
like
have this shit
demonic.
on. Yeah, it's basically, yeah,
Yeah,
all the cities kind of taken over.
it's because my man in the
But
beginning of the movie.
it's my man with the gat. My man with the gat and the lady with the long nails.
Yeah. Yes,
At
yes,
the
yes.
end, though, it's the old man who ends up kind of protecting them because they're supposed to be protecting the old man.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Demon City Shinjuku or Shinkuju,
Ah,
whatever you
yes.
say this. Remember that one? He had the fucking. I think
Yeah,
his
he was
father
fighting
was
them with a
fighting that dude.
fucking practice sword.
Yeah, with a practice sword. Then his father gets murdered, and then the son comes with the same. Like he finds his father's sword, like in the fucking building still. And he breaks it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, that was a good. Well, yo, I've been watching. Yo, just because I'm, bouncing around, I'm like, all right, let me see if this is good. I heard this, blah blah blah. There's this shit, Blue Box, yo, and it's an interesting thing about Japanese culture, right? Because the main character is a dude. He's a badminton player in school,
Hmm.
like hardcore badminton. And then the girl that he likes is a basketball player. And she's nice. She's like fucking physical. She's shooting threes. You see her like breaking ankles and shit.
Oh
It's,
shit!
it's weird because in our society, I feel like the more
It would
physical,
have been backwards,
yeah, it would be the dude playing basketball and the girl playing maybe tennis or some shit. But you
right?
see this nigga spiking it, like it gets, it gets pretty hardcore with the
Intense.
badminton.
Yo, I. That's one thing. Yo, anime will make anything look like.
Yo,
Yo, have you seen the cooking joints where they're like, "Ugh," and
yeah.
fucking shit coming down? This
Yeah.
nigga's trying to make scrambled eggs. A dragon come out to fucking scramble eggs and scramble the eggs for him and shit.
And it's like dun, dun, dun. They see words and it's all like fucking intense. But yo,
The
man,
guy eats it and fucking
the,
faints and shit. Ah,
these stories, man, it's
it's
mostly manga.
delicious.
It's mostly manga. I think the big difference, one of the big differences, is that most of the time when they create their cartoons, the comic has been out like for 5 years already.
True.
So like, how long did Dragon Ball the manga come out before the anime? Like it was like years,
Yeah,
right?
because it was Shonen Jump for mad long
Yeah,
before. Yeah, they kind of
yeah.
like it,
So
it was on
this
Weekly
one,
Shonen. Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, I think was a manga. They had the
Hmm.
the manga out before, whatever. It was so good, I had to
Sailor
go.
Moon. Sailor Moon
Yeah,
was
yeah,
manga before.
right, right. It was so Chainsaw Man was so good, I had to go and read the fucking manga after the anime because I was like, yo, let's
Right.
see what's going on. Same shit happened with Blue Box, yo. Long story short, my man's a badminton player. He's like 17 or 16, however old you are, freshman in high school. Was that 14,
Hmm.
15? The girl's like a junior, I think, or some shit. I don't want to get, I'm not going to put any spoilers out there, but
I'm gonna
before
check
he,
this out then.
yo, he goes to the fucking school one day. I think this is the first episode. She's shooting hoops. He's already fallen in love. He's staring at her, blah, blah, blah. They start talking, yada, yada, yada. So he's like, holy crap, I'm in love. He finds out that her parents are moving away. And she's like the star. She's like the basketball star of the whole school. Like everybody's like, yo, you're
Yeah.
gonna make it. And he finds out, he runs over to her in the gym. He's like, yo, you can't leave. You can't leave. This is your future, blah, blah, blah. She's like, wow, thank you for caring, but my parents are leaving. I'm gonna try to find foster parents here, like, or foster, whatever. She's gonna try to like find
Yeah.
people to stay with in the city. He's like, holy shit. Mate, he put himself out there. Now she's like, yo, why'd you even care? He's like, no reason. And he runs away, right? Later on, you find out that her mom, who was also a star basketball player, and his mom, who I think was also a basketball player, but he plays badminton, they were friends. He goes home one day, and the chick's in the kitchen with his mom, like, hey, I'm gonna be staying here. He's like, oh shit. Yo, my dude,
Oh
yo. Out
no.
there watching this, like, I'm gonna watch every single fucking episode of this shit,
Yo, I'm sure that's like every high school boy's dream.
bro. And he goes through the emotions that we all remember, and it sucks you in. You're just like, oh man, this is fucking
Ah,
some
that's wild.
super
Yeah, I
emo.
definitely got
You
to
know what I
check that
mean?
out.
It's funny. He got a homie with him that be like trying to play. He'd be trying to play him out in front of the girl, and then there's another chick that's like kind of into him, but she be bigging him up to the girl because she know it's some really teeny bopper emo fucking kitty shit, yo. But when I tell you it's
Yeah,
enjoyable, bro, this shit is enjoyable, man.
yeah. No, anime has a way of putting those kinds of stories out there that you're like, yo, why am I even watching this? But I can't stop.
Yeah, why am I watching this? And I started going into the manga too, yo. That shit had me so, because the next episode comes out this Thursday, and I
Yeah.
was like, fuck that. Where's the next chapter? I'm
You
finding
know
that.
what I should be taught? You know what I should be taught and feathered for?
What's that?
Is I've never seen Berserk.
Yo, man, watch the anime. The because there's
The
a
older
couple.
one though.
Yeah, the oldest one that's on Plex.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Because I heard the newer ones aren't that great.
yeah, yo, the anime, the manga's way more fucked up. But I watched the anime first. That anime is only one season, and there's gonna be shit that you see in that cartoon, yo. It's never gonna leave you for the rest of your life.
Oh, I love it.
There's some fucked up shit where you're just like, it's not gonna be nothing you've never seen before, but the
Right.
circumstances, just like, holy shit, that's one of the most fucked up. Like, yo, it's just one of those. It's just one of those. And then we look at the dream. Remember the game, sort of Berserk for
Hmm.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Now that whole game makes a completely different type of sense to me now. After watching, because I watched the anime way after.
Yeah.
I thought it was just some dude. Well, fuck it, we destroying shit. But nah, bro. There's a whole background to the reason of why he flips out, turns into that mode when his shit
Yeah.
glows. Yeah. But yo,
I gotta check it out. Yeah, most definitely. Yep. But yeah,
Right.
that's my big like. Yeah, that's bad news. I can't believe I've been loving anime this long and never seen that one.
No, I saw that recently. I really just got put on. Like I always knew it was something I wanted to watch. I don't know why I
Yeah,
never watched it. I don't know, but I decided
yeah.
to just and just do it.
Yeah, after seeing joints like Claymore, like I
Yeah,
was like, oh yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't be watching Berserk. I don't,
yeah,
even though I never got into that. I actually owned a few, like I owned a few movies from the arcs, like from the
mhm,
second and third arc,
right.
but um, but I never saw them. I never opened them. They're still closed because I wanted to check the series out before I got into the movies because I know the movies are like a lot like the the old Dragon Ball OVAs
Right.
where they're connected but not exactly.
I think I have a couple on there. You could check.
Yeah.
You could check. You could, I have the digital versions of the books. Just because, yo, I can only
Ooh.
pick like one or two addictions, bro. Like
Yeah. No, yeah,
I had
exactly.
to
Because
leave
there's
comics
only so much damn
alone.
time.
I had to leave video games. I mean, not video, VHS tapes. I used to collect VHS tapes. I used to, for a little while, DVDs I collected. So I'm very prone. So I'm just
To
picking
being
video games.
yeah,
That's it, yo.
yeah,
But damn, yo, so I was combing through a bunch of anime last night, just like let me look for the most shout out shit. And like
yeah.
there's some shit my daughter requested. These names, man. I don't know. It's so interesting to see Wonder Egg Priority. That's what it's called.
I
Wonder
gotta
Egg
look that up.
Priority.
Wonder Egg Priority. Some of these names are crazy. Have
Not
you
to keep.
seen another?
Hmm?
Have you seen
Another.
another?
Another? No.
Oh, it's a series. Ho, 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 ho. You would love it.
Another. Okay. Oh shit. Speaking of Sonic, the new one's coming out soon.
Third one,
Yeah. And I
the
was so
movie, right?
happy. Yeah, the movie. Yep. I was so happy to see Jim Carrey in the first. I didn't even know he was in it when I went to the theater to watch it with my kid. And then he popped up. I was like, Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. Holy shit! Oh man, that
And
was
he
fucking
crushed it.
great.
Yeah, he crushed it. I
Yeah.
love how he didn't look like him until the very end of the flick.
Yeah, even his little homie, he had that little dude that he would like shit on the whole movie. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Shadow is Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves is in that Ancient Apocalypse show with Graham Hancock, by the way.
Uh, why?
What did he say? He said some shit. Oh, Keanu Reeves is doing a comic book, and in the comic book, the character is a time traveler or something, and he reached out to Graham Hancock to give him information on
Oh,
the ancient whatever, pretty much something for the basis of the comic book. And Graham Hancock was like, "Sure, come on my show though." And then he shows up.
fire. That's a real interesting dude, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
Real interesting. Cause like not the greatest actor ever, yo, but he's good in a lot of the roles. Like they write around his inability.
Yeah, I don't think he's winning any Academy Awards, but
No, he was fucking Ted every time. Just varying degrees of Ted.
yo, that last movie was horrific, bro.
Which one? Oh, the Bill and Ted joint.
Yeah. Oh man.
I didn't even watch it.
Oh
I'm not interested in them acting. I don't need
yeah.
Ted. I don't need him at Ted at 10 at this point in his career.
It looked like somebody's doing a bad job acting when it looks like they're pretending.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up, Keanu. You ain't no
Like
fucking
you right, you
out of here.
haven't been that guy in a long time.
Yeah. Maybe they should do a cartoon.
That would be fire.
because
Because then he
Japan,
could.
man, they're making cartoons out of every even like my mother watches a lot of Korean movies and
Hmm.
Korean TV shows. She's all
Yeah,
into she's balls deep in that shit. But for each show, they've got about 5 seasons of the anime version or of animated version of the same shit.
yeah,
Because every time I look something up, like if you ask me to look up some shit, I look. There's a series, and then you'll see the live action movie that they based the anime or the animation series off of. It's like,
that's
wow, all
dope.
these shit's a fucking. It's pretty cool, man.
If I'm not mistaken, the Boondocks used to outsource a lot of their animation to Korea.
I think so too. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. He said that he used to do it himself, and then he found out about the team out there, and he used to just send it all the way all to them.
yeah.
I don't know, man. This Enter the Garden is one I'm watching. Insomniacs After School. All this fucking all animes is based around teenagers, high school, getting
Yeah,
powers. That's pretty much the whole premise of everything. Even the
yeah.
video
I was
game.
watching. It was a few years ago. I started watching some series I never finished watching, but it was almost like a Tomie, but it wasn't Tomie. It was a Korean series,
Mhm.
but the girl was almost like there was something wrong with her, like the way that Tomie is. But I forget the name of the damn show. It was on Netflix.
Yo, Netflix got a big ass fucking library of shit now, yo.
Hmm.
I remember when Netflix was CDs or DVDs. They used to fucking mail, and people used to steal them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yo, yes. The red envelope you would get.
Yep. Yep. If
Yes,
you
sir.
need to return it, you go back to like a Walmart or something, and they have like the little tray. You put the fucking DVD back in there.
Yeah.
But now look, next. Actually, I think that they already have Netflix gaming. Like you could use your controller
Hmm.
and play games on Netflix.
Yeah, you can.
Damn, yo. Yeah, what do you think about the results of this election?
I mean, we live in a white nation, brother.
Hmm. I don't think people
Uh,
are ready for a female president either.
The people aren't even ready to see shit that they don't see every day. Like that's I think we make the mistake as, you know what I'm saying, people in the urban areas because we see wow shit every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people don't see, you know what I'm saying, a bum's ass crack at 7 o'clock in the morning in Manhattan. You know, if you live in rural areas, the only ass crack you seeing is like a cow's ass or something like that. Um, so let alone, you know what I mean? Like it's new to every like that I can understand, like even just, piggybacking off of the shit we was talking about earlier, like all these people freaking out about, trans representation in games or whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
Um, there's folks who never seen a dude dressed like a lady,
Right.
face to face. Not even a trans woman, just a straight up drag queen. They never even seen one live.
Right.
All the man bits and everything, but just dressed as a lady. They'll freak out even at that, and that's some shit we've been looking at since we was kids.
It's an Aerosmith song, right? Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, dude look like a lady. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
we've been seeing that kind of, so that kind of shit don't surprise us. So when the new Dragon Age come out and there's top scars or whatever the hell these guys are complaining about on the internet, I'm
Yeah.
not so surprised. But a good majority of the people in America don't live in places where everything is so diverse like we have in cities like our city, or folks in Chicago, or folks in Cleveland, Ohio, um, even further out in in rural areas in our state. Even people feeling the same way. What is this bullshit? It's life, motherfucker. That's what it is. People are doing whatever they want to do. You know. Um, I don't know, man. So, I think we see, every 4 years the result of that.
Yeah.
It's always closer. when it's two white men, on the ballot against each other. It's always it's a toss up.
Right.
Um,
I think when people towards the end started, there was a lot of conversation going on about the fact that her being a female would cut off communication with a number of countries that don't look at women as authority figures due to
mm,
religious reasons or what have you. That all started
I
happening towards the end. I was like, oh shit, people are bringing that up. Okay, and I think people started panicking. Like, yo, they're right. Fucking Saudi Arabia ain't gonna fuck with Kamala. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we gotta get a man in there. Who's the only man? We gotta vote for Trump. And then boom.
there,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, there's obviously ways around that. Just money talks,
Send a delegate. Oh yeah, money talks
right?
too.
You
No, you're
can
right.
tell it,
You're
but
right.
money talks.
You're right.
Motherfuckers would be willing. You don't think that there's some governments when Obama was president, there were some governments who were like, I don't want to talk to a fucking black president. Putin
Absolutely.
was probably one of these motherfuckers who was like, well, look
Yeah.
at America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they still dealt with each other because money talks. You still got to do business around the world. But these are points that they know the American public will be worried about. And think about how crazy the rhetoric has been, even again, tying back into that DEI shit, right?
Hmm.
Because it's been such a volatile argument on both ends. Guys don't want to hear no shit no more. Plus, a lot of men are feeling we're like, I'm telling you, a lot of just general man rhetoric is starting to sound and echo a lot of white man rhetoric around, you know what I'm saying, race issues. It's very, very strange.
Hmm.
It's very, very strange. Even
Where do you
men of
think that
color
comes from?
they'll set the fucking house on fire before they let a woman run it. But we're not doing the same shit that we was doing back then either. We don't really have the world on our backs the way that, you know what I'm saying, the men of the generation before us actually did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women are making their own way and making it for themselves.
Right. Some people
The
have a problem
pressure's
with that.
Yeah, the pressure's kind of off for dudes. And people have a problem with that because now they have to actually bring something of substance to the table other than I showed up. This shirt is pressed. No, nigga, you're gonna have to do a little bit more than your shirt is pressed. You know what I'm saying? And
I see
dudes
that
don't
from
like
both
that.
sides too. I have seen and been a part of situations where the girl that I'm with is just like, "Hey, so I just showed up,"
Right.
and I'm like, "Hey, let's have a conversation."
Right.
And
Oh,
that
I have
seems to
to
be very
work.
difficult.
Right. Yeah, no, it's very, very true. Women are like, "Yeah, I had to work at that," or guys are like, oh shit. Yeah, no, it's not impressive no more. You're not
Yeah.
really, you not running shit the way that used to. And there's some guys who can't deal with that, ideologically. They're dealing with that actually socially in actual real life. They're splitting bills with women. They're, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They're doing things like that. But still are like, no, 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 no. I could understand a motherfucker who's doing everything, at every juncture for his family, still feeling that way. But
Mhm.
no, you don't get to roll around in this fucking modern society and hold so rabidly to these antiquated ideals, especially if you're not living that kind of life.
That makes sense to me.
And yeah, and you can't be mad that you're not built like that. You can't be mad at women that you're not built for that. You got to be mad at you. Do a
Right.
couple more push-ups.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah, a little bit of more self-help always
Hmm.
helps, right? In any situation. It's
Yeah,
like, "Damn,
I think.
this is not working out. Let me go take care of my health real quick.
Yeah,
Let me take care of my mental health real quick. Let me go get the fuck away for a little bit and
right.
just
Yeah.
center myself." That always helps for
And
me.
that's a big one. That's a big one. A lot of guys aren't taught that it's okay to manage your emotions.
Right.
Um, it's only acceptable Anger is still only accepted as an emotion. Everything else is a turnoff. Sad man is a turnoff to to the world, not just women, to the world. Nobody wants to see a sad man. Um, the only thing that we do respond to in some way, shape, or form is an angry man. Oh, something must be going on. You think
The neck
it's
is
too late
angry.
now? He's right. It's too late now. He's chosen violence.
See, with people like me and you, we have outlets. And I come across a lot
Yeah.
of people in my life that have no out, like they have no hobby really.
Hmm.
Their hobby is to like try to floss,
Yeah.
to
Well,
feel like
that's a
they're
symptom.
flossing. That's their hobby, like their whole shit. And it's like, okay.
That's that's a symptom of a larger problem now.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean?
But that's why I feel like they fall into these fucking traps and get all fucked up. But at least we have
Yeah.
something at the end of the day. How many times have we run into each other? I had no idea there was even an event. Or I knew there was an event. I didn't know you were gonna be there. And just because I'm
Right.
photographing and you're like hosting, I was like, oh shit, there he is.
Yeah. Yep.
What's up, yo? Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? CF too. I see CF in a parade in New York randomly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's
Yeah.
like,
We
yeah,
have outlets.
we have these outlets. And yo, man, I know a lot of people who are suffering in more ways than one. And
Yeah.
they don't have an outlet. They don't have a creative or something
Right.
that they can funnel. I don't want to say pain, but kind of their stress into or
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
No, everything. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like I said, we're not allowed to process anything as what it is. We say pain, and it's even hard. Like people would say, "Well, find a community," right?
Yeah.
If let's say you don't have a habit, find a community of people that you talk to. Well, um, in order to be able to open up to somebody, you got to trust them. You know what I mean? And
That's what
now,
I did. I looked for a community.
right, right. But we're a bit more open because of our propensity uh, emote artistically, right?
Yeah.
Some folks, like you said, are closed off or don't have that access. Um, and it's dangerous. A lot of times in male groups, it's dangerous to be vulnerable. It's dangerous to um, put yourself out there as vulnerable. You know what I mean? Because somebody may prey upon it.
You definitely put yourself out there hard, bro. Throughout the
Hmm.
years, you've
Yeah,
gone you were everywhere at one point. And you
yeah,
were just, you know, it was impressive. It was impressive at one point. Like, yo, Putt's doing this now. Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh, he's over here. He's on videos and YouTube. He got a crew.
yeah,
You guys got good beats. I was like, oh shit.
yeah, yeah. No, look, I'm telling you, I think continuing down that path, if we'd have, if we'd have been able to continue down that path, I think there would have been something, on the other side of that for us. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Um,
you heard that? You heard that a couple of tracks off that West Side?
ooh, that West Side Gun album is something amazing. Something amazing. I've heard about 4 or 5 cuts from it so far. Yo, the production, first of all, is like 93 to 96 fucking gold.
For
Like
real,
all
yo.
that, like
Yes. Yeah, man. There's one
I,
track where he only talks for like I think he raps for like a minute and a half. The track is like 4 minutes, and he just lets the rest of the beat rock. Oh my god, that shit is
oh
so hard. I
Christ.
wasn't even mad. Like usually I'd be like, "Yo, let me hear something." I'm like, "Yo, this shit is so hard." Fuck it. He knows. Oh, she was so dope,
Yeah.
bro.
I love the wrestling theme.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's always an element of boasting,
Oh yeah.
of course, in all hip hop. It's all
Right, right.
it's all ego.
He's playing a
But
character the whole
this,
time.
right, exactly. This seemed deliberate and focused, like it was a character. Like he's embodying that, you know what I'm saying? Like the heel, the wrestling heel. I
Exactly.
love it so far. I dig it so much.
West Side
This is
Pootie.
the evolution of boom bap. This is what New York radio should sound like
Right.
8 times out of 10.
Right. I agree. This shit is fire, yo.
Yo,
And
it's so good.
like, man, that crew, it's just, the ear for beats, the rhymes. Benny the Butcher's nice too. He
Yeah.
he came out with
And
some shit.
it's listen, I'll if you can do it with flair, I'll listen to you rap about anything. And I'm not the biggest, like my drug rappers ain't always my favorite. Like I could only stomach about 5 or 6 clip songs in a row
Yeah,
before
me
I'm like,
too.
I'm done. How much coke can you sell? These guys, I could listen to them talk about coke all day long because they do
I
it with
know, right?
such fucking flair.
Yeah, they mix
It's
it up
so
too.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Conway.
They're very, very clever. Yeah. And it's wild because you know you're a good writer when you can, it doesn't have to be intricate. Like it's very simply stated kinds of things that mean
Right,
so much.
right,
Truncated sentences that expand, like, in your mind,
right.
if you know the environment, what I'm saying, what they're talking about, it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, we're all around the same age and shit, so I know
Right,
everything they're talking about. This shit is dope as fuck,
right.
man.
So
And they
shout out to the
man.
toot, 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 toot,
Yeah, yeah.
toot.
I can't even do the machine gun sound he makes. Yo, but they're truly just doing their own shit.
Yeah,
Like they haven't ventured out into doing much outside of their own style. If
right.
anything, people are
And
like, "Nah, we're gonna go chill with them and do their style." Like other people are coming.
right.
That shit with
And that's
Ludacris and JID. Oh, yeah, I
because,
don't know.
I mean, you got to try. These guys, they're doing it like anybody, like the cats like Luda, and like Luda's fire. Like I don't care what anybody says. Luda could always rap.
He's one of the best of all time.
Hmm.
Luda's
Luda
one of the best.
always could rap.
Yep, easily,
Um,
flawlessly. You never hear him fuck up in his raps. They're always sharp,
right.
precise, dominant, loud. His voice,
Enunciated beautifully.
hell yeah. Nah, people, I could talk about Luda. I think Luda, for real, is one of the greatest of all time. I
Yeah.
really believe that. I just,
As far as presentation wise, he had bars that were, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like bubblegum
yep,
bars,
nope. Remember the
but he
character?
could
He
do
was
that
like
if he
Redman.
needed that.
He was like a down south Redman because he had like a
Yo,
character. He would be stomping.
yes.
He had the boots.
Chicken and Beer was dope as hell. That album
Hell
was
yeah.
very, very dope.
Yep.
The
Yeah, man.
freestyle with Four Eyes.
Yep. Oh my god. Any freestyle with Luda, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Four Eyes and Luda had that the freestyle together on
Mhm.
the album.
Mhm.
He said, "I make niggas eat dirt and fought dust." I saw shit. Is we done? We done here.
Just because he went and did his rapping thing, I mean his acting thing. Now people are like, like nah,
Right.
Luda
I
is
mean that.
serious.
Yeah, that happens. You know whose raps didn't age that well? And I'm sad to say it because he was like my favorite when I was fucking like 12.
Oh,
Cube, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I agree with you, bro. Well, you know what?
Yo,
The the classic is still,
no, the classics are classic,
yeah, yeah.
but I heard um I heard an on the radar freestyle um
Ice Cube.
with Ice Cube on it. He was on the radar.
Okay.
And I got excited. The 12-year-old in me almost threw on a White Sox cap. Um and I played the video, and the 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 12-year-old in me died a little bit and wanted to burn the White Sox cap afterwards because it wasn't that good. And I was like, damn.
That's sad.
But yeah, but I mean, Cube made a bajillion dollars doing family movies. He don't ever have to write a rap again. And
That's true.
that's dope. I
His
can't
whole
even be mad at
deal,
that.
his whole deal was kind of telling stories anyway, right?
Right. And he wrote for a lot of people. He
Yeah,
never
man.
has to write a dope rap again.
Yep. Fuck it. His son is a good actor.
Yeah. But it made me sad because I
Yeah.
wanted to hear a dope Ice Cube verse. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, I know that if somebody like, let's say Sadat X says, I'm dropping a song tomorrow, It's gonna be
Oh,
pretty dope.
I'm gonna listen to that.
I'm gonna listen to that shit 40 times, and the verses are gonna be fire. He's gonna be on point. He's gonna be what he should sound like in 2024. It shouldn't sound like
Yeah,
what he
right.
sounded like in 93, you
Yeah,
know?
that's the hardest part, I think. For people been dropping albums. I can't think of. I've been listening to new shit from older artists that just recently dropped. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, that's the biggest problem. Is that they're still kind of sounding 92.
Yeah,
The beat is not even a 92-ish beat, but you're still rapping like it's 90, like it's you have to.
yeah. And that's yeah, you gotta kind of
It doesn't work.
right. You gotta find your sound. If you're gonna go 92, you gotta do it like Griselda's doing it. And if you're gonna boom bap it, you gotta make sure you're getting the best of the, you know what I'm saying? And
Get
you not
Primo, bring Primo
right.
in, and then boom.
Exactly. And you not bullshitting on the raps. If you're not feeling it, big dog, don't put the album out.
Shit, you know who I I kind of always knew he was nice, but I never really did the deep dive on how nice he is. Tretch from Naughty by Nature, yo. I always knew he was
Easily.
nasty, but he is a beast. A
Yeah.
lyrical beast. Like
He
some of
was
these
doing stuff. He was
oof,
doing stuff with rhyme schemes that people didn't start doing till like pun.
word up for real. Difficult shit. Kind of and it'll be like a fucking a song about chilling laid back drinking with your girl. But
Yeah.
the rhyme scheme is so complex. You're like, "Holy shit, dude. Wow." Riding the beat.
Yeah.
It's like when Pun used to say that uh he he could kill a beat where he could
Hmm.
rhyme so much on it that it don't even sound dope anymore. I feel like Tretch be doing that shit too, yo.
Yeah.
Tretch like destroys beats. You don't even like that beat is scarred for life. Every time you hear it now, you're like, yo, I still remember when Tretch ripped that shit apart, yo. Now I can't even listen
You
to that
know
no more.
who you know who doesn't get enough credit for improving the sound of beats? Busta Rhymes. Because
Yeah.
there have been some pretty good songs on Busta Rhymes albums with some really bad beats. But you can't tell how bad the beat is because the song is so fucking good.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he especially that third album, there was some
Third album was
interesting beats.
Anarchy.
Anarchy, yeah. There was some
Yes.
interesting beats on
Oh,
that.
there was some fucking stinkers on that album,
Yeah.
dog.
I like
Oh
Busta Rhymes. I was
man.
watching a video about
No,
him
the
yesterday.
album was fire. The whole
Oh, yeah,
album
yeah,
was
yeah.
fire. But yo,
Mhm.
like individually, there was some
Yeah,
choices. Like even the beat for Why We Die. Jay-Z and DMX was on that song.
right.
He outrhymed them both
Yeah.
at a time where nobody was outrhyming DMX or Jay-Z on any fucking features.
That was young DMX, right? That was young. That
That
was
was
yeah.
when he was eating everything. That was Get At
Yeah.
Me Dog DMX.
Right, right, right. Damn, remember when that shit came out, yo? I was in high school.
Yep.
Get at me, though. Everybody was rhyming that shit. They could blasting that whole album
And he went on a crazy run because what? He put them first two albums out in a year.
in the same year. Yep. Blood is my what was it? Blood is my blood, some shit like that.
Yeah, flesh of my flesh, blood
Yeah.
of my blood, flesh of
Yeah,
my
he's
flesh.
like dripping blood and shit. I remember looking at the cassette like, yo, all right, let's put this in. That shit was like some of the hardest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Man, rest in peace, DMX, yo.
Yeah, for real. I can't believe he's gone. That's bugged out.
See what drugs do, man?
It ain't worth it, man.
That shit is not worth it, man. Now we get into that
Mm.
age. I know I had the conversation with you already, but now we get into that age. We seeing people around us crumbling like, yo,
Yo, yeah. And
damn,
like
yo,
it
it's
was,
holding it
we
down.
always knew the dope. We always knew the dope was gonna get the ones who was on dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Secretly
But
doing it too. The ones that are like, we
right,
knew they was fucking up, but not like that. Like, yo, shit, damn, you fucking up like
right,
that, yo. Holy shit.
right.
Turned our
Uh
back for like a year. Your whole
oh
situation
yeah, it's bugged
changed.
out. Yeah, bugged out. Nah, they've been cats and we know the same cat, so we probably talking about the same dude. But shit, that
Shit.
shit hurts, man. You know, you grow up with niggas and shit. You think they gonna be around as long as you are and shit, and you know, like you said, you turn your back and you like, oh damn, I didn't know it was that bad. I
For
knew it was,
real, yo.
know you was fucking around, but I didn't know it was like that.
I thought I'm the and people have told me this. I'm the naive one who thinks that everyone can stand on their own too. And if you don't, I feel like you would tell me. Or like someone would be like,
Mm,
yo, I'm having some issues, help me out. Cause I would do that. I would be like, yo, man, everybody would know. If I
right.
was, I'll be honest with you, yo. If I was struggling, yo, Pud, if you hear about some shit or your position somewhere, let me know. You trust me, you would know. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
would know. So because I'm like that, I feel like I don't know. But some people are not like that. They be like they keep it to
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
They don't
some
tell
people
nobody
are
nothing.
closely guarded.
Yeah.
That's again with the, especially men. It's hard. It's hard to
Right.
show vulnerability because somebody could be like, and especially now, um, social media is kind of dudes aren't supposed to be gossiping, We not supposed to be gossiping. We not.
I don't gossip, man. To
We
be
not.
honest with you.
No, we don't. And it's a lot of niggas doing it like for, and calling it content.
Right. You're
That's
right.
the weird shit. It's a
You're
lot of
right.
guys on YouTube that are like, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, this sound like a T channel, homeboy. You know what
Half
I'm
the
saying? Are you gossiping?
and half the people watching like it. The other half are hating, but they still watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These people, oh, I hate this nigga, and then subscribe on some shit just so
hmm
they could talk shit
As
the whole
soon as
time.
exactly. As soon as it sounds like it's getting into some shit we shouldn't be involved in as men, I don't get into it.
Right.
Next video. Please don't
Right.
recommend this channel to me no more. YouTube. Thank you.
Top anime 2024. All right.
Right, exactly.
I'll just change the subject
No,
completely. Yeah, nothing
there's
else.
a lot of yeah, no, there's a lot of really masculine niggas out here getting into bad bitch behavior, and I don't like it. I
I don't
don't
like
like
that either.
it.
Not into that either, man.
No,
I'm
my
also
man.
very on my own shit. So at the same time, I'm like, you want to go do that? Go do that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh
Just
no,
don't
no,
hurt
please do it.
nobody.
I just, don't involve me in it and don't ask me to fucking don't tap me on the shoulder like, hey, did you hear? No, I didn't, and I don't want to.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like I might take like the shit with Buckshot. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell like, yo, how that was like
Well, that's a happening. You know what I mean? Like that
that
was
was
all
like a
over.
good number of years of my life. Black Moon.
Right. But you see, look,
You know
here's
what I
an
mean?
example of bad bitch behavior. The gentleman behind the fucking the
Oh yeah.
phone, instead
Yeah.
of being like, oh damn,
Yeah.
yo, this is a guy I respected for a long because he did say it on the video. Oh no, man, I'm sorry, I respect it, or some shit like that, like showing remorse. But how you filming first,
He's making fun of him and shit too, man.
right? Exactly. So
People
again,
do
and
dirt,
the
but
first thing
there's
you want to
also
do is, I mean, there's a one thing about laughing at somebody getting their ass whooped. Um, but there's a whole nother thing about pulling out a camera and getting ready to show the whole world this is not what
an
men are supposed to
icon,
be doing.
an
Right. You
icon
mind
of
your
your
business or
heritage.
you get involved. There's
Right.
only two choices. You know what I
Right.
mean? You mind your business, you turn your back if you're not going to get involved, or you get in the middle with that shit. Hey, all of y'all can't be beating on this one man. One or two choices.
Yeah, man.
But jump on the video? What?
I don't even want to know because Rock, I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel, and he was like, "Yo, let the law take its course." You know what I'm saying? Even Buckshot said, "Like, yo, don't worry, I know who it is. We got the police involved." I think the wolves is still outside, waiting, like just
Yeah. No, I'm
word
sure.
like BCC, the boot camp click is internet they like Wu Tang. They're
You remember
international.
when
Sorry,
was
these
you
people is out.
you- did you see the when Buck was on uh
Interview.
my expert opinion?
That's
Math Hoffa's
yes,
Math
yes,
Hoffa's joint?
yeah, yes.
And how Mecca was getting all hyphy and shit like that about a situation when it came to Pac.
I do remember that. Yeah,
Um, that lets me know that there are still people out there that, like you said, the wolves are probably still out there. Not even probably not even on the word of Buck. just having seen the video and how angering that the general public, any fan is angry about,
Right.
having had seen their mans like that. But imagine it be your actual mans in them. Oh no, there are people that are probably willing to go super far behind that shit.
And the things that he's done for that city. I was watching a video the other day. He was the first one even before even Wu Tang didn't do this. He came out first and then put the whole crew on afterwards. Black Moon was the first one. It was just him. Then uh who came out? I think it was Helter Skelter.
Yeah,
And then it was over. Yo, my original gun clappers, yo, with the Rang Wonder. Yo, probably the most underrated album out of all of them. That
yo,
The Storm, original gun clappers is one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, bro.
absolutely. ODC was there was a special thing, like, we'll never get hip hop like that again, and we'll never have the diversity of radio that we had back then too. We
You
have
know,
the internet, but it's not being broadcasted. Like, people are looking for their favorite artists, or young folks are getting like, the things that we venerate sometimes aren't artistic, they're buffoonery. And so some of these kids are listening to Miles like this is what rap is supposed to sound like.
right. The young.
Right. Um,
We still got a couple
when
though. Yeah.
it's meme rap, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
meme rap. And then the kids grow up listening to that. Ironically, as the kids say now, they listen to it as a joke, and then later on they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna make joke music." Now all of a sudden, it's gonna be a whole generation of people rapping off beat like Blueface, and I'm gonna want to set my whole face on fire for having to have to witness that part of music history when that's coming.
It's
Because it's
incredible.
already there's gonna be a whole bunch of baby little, Miles that's out there because or it garners attention.
But we just got to remember there's real music being made too. I mean, we're
Oh yeah.
making it. You know what
Well,
I'm
you
saying?
have to right,
We're making it.
exactly. You right. Um,
But we do have to go
so
looking
you
for
but
it.
you have to search, right, exactly. You have to search, you have to do your research, things like that. So yeah, keep fucking doom scrolling, y'all, but stop when you hear something dope and fucking like the shit out of it and find out who it is, listen to their shit, cop their records.
Right.
Um, right now, just in the past year, I've discovered some guy who's been here forever. You know what I mean? I love listening to this guy. This guy named Prof. Right? He's on Rhyme Sayers. I
Oh,
had
the
no
one that
idea this
we,
guy
yeah,
existed. Yeah, I
yeah.
had no idea this fucking guy existed.
Mm,
And he's incredible. Um,
word up.
and Sophie Hunter's another pretty good rapper. I've heard one or two songs that what I'm saying, that I dig. And you wouldn't think. You look at her and you're like, nah, no, but Cha Cha's fucking fire, dog.
Yo,
The whole second verse sounds like ASAP Rock, like old ASAP Rock.
oh, that's what's up. He still does hip hop shit too, ASAP Rocky.
He's he's gonna be dope forever.
Yeah, he every time I hear
That's
he's one of the young dudes that when I see him in a feature or if he put out some new shit, I'd be like, all right, let me hear that. Let me hear
no,
that.
no, no, not ASAP Rocky. I'm talking about ASAP Rock.
Oh, ASAP Rock. Oh.
Yes,
You talking about my homie
yeah.
from way
On
back.
the second verse on Cha Cha from Sophie
Okay.
Hunter
Hmm.
has a similar kind of like flow to like the way that, you know what I'm saying, you would hear um like early fucking ASAP Rock.
Wow, like Daylight and shit.
Yeah.
Nightlight. He makes his own beats too, you know that?
Yeah.
He does all his own production.
Yeah.
Damn, ASAP Rock. Yeah, I met him once in SOBs.
But that must have been the trip.
That shit, yo, that nigga's like 7'5", yo. He's massive. He's a big, tall ass dude, skinny as hell.
I heard Vast is a pretty big guy too. Nearly met him. They did a joint together called Cloud Kicker. Two songs, if
Fast.
I'm not mistaken.
LP was there. Vast, Cannibal Ox, the whole crew was there. It was fucking cool. It was cool.
You almost got into a fight with C.
And
Ray Walls that night.
I almost got into a scrap. Now with C. Ray's Walls, he was there though.
Oh,
It was Voraldo, I think is the other
oh,
dude from
Verdul Mego, the other guy
Virgil
from
Mega. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what's crazy? There was this other dude, Yak Balls. He was down with them and
I
shit.
remember Yak Balls.
Yeah.
Yak
Yo, he
Balls is
had
a West Coast rapper.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
he was
yeah, yeah.
signed to somebody on the West Coast.
I think I don't know where he's from actually. That's a good yeah, I don't know where he's from. But he was down with them. He was down with
Hmm.
LP and all them. And there was he brought like 3 chicks with them. With him. It was only him and the 3 chicks.
Yeah.
And something happened where he bounced and I just started chilling with the chicks. And then like that shit happened. They was going through the crowd. They was bumping into me and shit was getting crazy. The chicks bounced and I was like, all right, let me get out of here before I get jumped by whatever
Right.
LP's label
By
is at.
Cannibal, by Cannibal Ox.
Yeah. But the shit was
Oh
dope.
shit.
It's just the show was sick.
I would imagine, because that was the whole fucking backpack shit that we used to listen to. That was all our shit, man.
Yo, what you think about Tyler, the creator's mom, saying that his father didn't abandon him like he thought, and that for decades she was the one that kept his father away from him and lied to him saying that his father abandoned him.
No.
And he's had like almost all of his music is pretty much shitting on his father for abandonment. And she said she was young. Her apology was I was young and I'm sorry, but
When
your
did
father
this fucking come out?
like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. And he
Oh.
dropped it in the album. Like I think he does a snippet in the album, and then like the whole world's like, "Yo, this woman is like one of the worst people on the face of the planet." I mean, he's a millionaire and everything, but she scarred her own son for life.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
had
she
him thinking something different than it
about his own
was.
father. Yep.
Hmm. And then
Yep.
it's like, you can apologize now, but the damage is super done. Like, so
Bro.
done. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, yo. That's very
Imagine, damn. And then knowing that he doesn't understand, like hearing this probably coming out of your son's mouth in his music and knowing that he doesn't understand, that's gotta hurt 4 or 5 times over. Because you're probably already in pain and you got to come to the terms that you can't be around your child. And then this child grows up and becomes very famous. The whole world is listening to him talk his shit about you abandoning him, and that wasn't even the case.
and that wasn't even it.
Golly. And he's sitting there with all kinds of hurt behind it, probably tons of bills, fucking in therapy, tons of years wasted on drugs.
That's yo.
That's fucking crazy.
That as a dad myself, there's like a small it would be I've made progress in life, so it's not as big as it would be, but there's a very small portion of my heart that is so angered by that. Like
Yeah.
hearing things like that is like a fucking for other dudes, he'd be like, that fucking bitch, how could you know? But I'm
No.
not gonna be
Yeah.
like that. I'm just
No, man.
that's just an example because it happens both ways. It's not because she's a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
There is situations where dads are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But the fact when parents they are so they want to be the main character of the story so badly that they push their kid aside
Yeah.
to the point of harming them from a relationship with their own parent just to
Right.
be right and shit and
Just
just
to be the good guy. That's
bro
rough.
bro that's like levels of insane ego and just fucked up that like
Yeah.
it, I don't even know how you could get to that.
Right. Because you know what it is like you said, it's ego. We don't Our children don't belong to us. Our children belong to the world. We have the responsibility to see them through until they can do it on their own, navigate this world on their own. But they don't belong to us in that we have to dictate their viewpoint of everything. We poison our children that way by dictating the viewpoint. You know what I mean? I'd rather you learn from the example or learn by doing the opposite of the example when appropriate. No, Pop don't do this the right way. I think there's a better way. Yes, try it out and see if it works. If it does, then you teach that to your child. You improve the cycle. Keep what works, throw away what doesn't, right? But forcing a viewpoint upon them and it not be based in truth is going to destroy. It's already difficult for a man to navigate this place in a capacity of trust and being vulnerable, like we were talking about before. Imagine the one person you or one of the two people that you do trust to give you the truth is feeding you all cans of lies. Now you have to then weigh how gullible you are against every single relationship you've ever had.
Right.
That change that kind of fucks you up,
Right. Now you trust nobody because
right? Because damn, if Mama could do it,
right.
then
Yep.
old fucking Sally Ryan crotch down the street is definitely doing it,
Imagine if you find out though when you're like semi-adulthood.
right? Now you
Like you
that's what I'm
formed a
saying. Now,
personality around that. Like, holy shit, the
right,
trauma of that fucked me up so much it wasn't even true.
right, and now you gotta weigh that. Now you're probably thinking, oh shit, like how gullible am I really? I thought I was this fucking smart musical genius. I'm over here scoring movies, and I couldn't even tell that Mammy was lying to me. Betrayal on top of then you had that introspective because now at this point, you know, you're the age that you are. He's grown. He's gone off and done a million things in his life. He's looking at it like, how did I fuck this up? You know what I mean?
As far as probably sitting
When
there
it,
like, I've been trying to tell you, son. You didn't want to hear me. She had you convinced.
yeah,
Oh man, imagine that conversation, yo.
yeah. And as a father, you have to sit back and let
Yep,
the
like come here,
truth
son.
happen for a
Come here.
son. Yeah.
Yes, all right. We start
Yeah,
from today. Fuck
exactly.
it. We
Right,
start from today.
exactly. Yeah.
Fuck, man. I heard that, yo. I think that's why I don't go on TikTok too much because it's always like the flavor of the month of fucking drama.
Hmm.
And like the first thing I open up TikTok, holy crap, Tyler's mom kept his father, and I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? And I start, of course, you look into it, and you're like, God damn, this is just depressing. Poor kid, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. And this it happens more often than people think. On both sides of the fence.
It's wild, man.
Moms and dads do it.
Yeah,
Instead of working together.
I remember when Smith and Wesson went to Math Hoffa's thing, and that dude was trying to start shit with them too
Mecca,
about the Tupac shit.
Mecca always, Mecca
Yeah,
always, was extra about the Tupac shit. He really
yeah,
took that East Coast West Coast shit to heart, which made him look
super
foolish because
personal.
it's like, yeah, it made him look foolish, because it's, that's exactly what the media wanted was to create that kind of frenzy so people would buy records. They didn't realize that people were that rabid that motherfuckers was gonna die behind it too. That it was just, people were crazy enough because a lot more people than just Pocket Big died
Yep.
behind that shit. A lot of
Hell
people
yeah.
got their ass beat behind it.
Yep.
Shit, some kids was even in school getting their ass beat because they listened to West Coast music and they was from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that
Yep.
kind of shit. You get arguments with your friends and shit. He said, "Fuck you." If you like Bad Boy, you was listening to Biggie the other day. Tupac said, "Fuck you to you."
Yeah, I used to hate. I was one of them, man, in the beginning. Then I
Yeah.
heard I didn't hate. I always knew Tupac was from Jersey. I always knew that. That's why I didn't really hate on
Hmm.
him like that. I knew he was like whatever West Coast, but I was like, yo, let's do some over here.
Yeah.
So I heard Out on Bail,
I love
Tupac.
Out on There.
And yo, that song is so that's why I think that's top five, one of my favorite Tupac songs. And I was like, yo, damn, this fucking West Coast piece of shit. Yo, I love that song though. And then, of course, Brenda's got a baby. I was like, damn, yo, I got so much love for Pac, man.
Yeah.
And then
No,
Snoop, you know,
I had always been like, you know what opened me up to more like different sounds. Like my sister was always putting me on, right? Like Natty always put me on to like everything that was dropping like East Coast. So I always got, what was coming out of here and all the fly shit. Like the first time I heard Woo was on Stretch and Bobito,
oh hell
uh
yeah,
my sister had me stay up all night. She's like, no, 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 you have to listen. So she would always put me on to some fly shit. So it was like my gateway to hip hop was through, my older sister. But
damn,
but the video jukebox on television used to play videos from everywhere.
that's right.
And so like I was a Mystical fan before people knew who the hell Mystical was. Like I
That
was a
first
Mystical
album,
fan.
yo, man, I think I still got that CD somewhere. The first Mystic
Unpredictable.
album. Yeah, bro, I love that album.
Unpredictable was
That
insane.
shit was great. The beats, everything. Love that
Do you
album.
know that he was a part of another group called Boot Camp Click that was from the Midwest?
I heard that. I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, that was where I first heard Mystical. He had a
Oh wow.
video on the jukebox with a group called Boot Camp Click. Yeah.
Shit, I remember. I remember ordering shit on there. Yo, videos, Wu Tang.
Oh, my sister
Oh
always
man,
used to get karate chopped for ordering damn videos on the jukebox.
man, and of course Ralph McDaniel's with the video
Video
music box.
music box.
Yeah, I used to
Right,
watch that.
right. Yeah,
Yo,
no,
I
but yeah. So
yeah.
I got a chance. I was really listening to a lot of guys, as I told you, like when I was 12, big Ice Cube fan. I wanted to be Ice Cube when I was like from 12 to like 14. I used to wear White Sox hats and all that shit.
Shit, man. Then he showed
Yeah,
up in
yeah.
a with
But
Jennifer Lopez.
yeah, I always thought that argument, like the whole Tupac is talking to everybody on the East Coast argument, was stupid. Um, I always thought it was dumb. And it was usually, rabid fucking fans who were like, "Oh, Tupac
Yeah.
said fuck you to you personally," and I'm like, I didn't hear my name on that, and I don't think I ever will."
Shit, once Capone Noriega and them got in, Tragedy Gaddafi, that's when shit got serious, yo. They dropped them hits too, aimed directly at him.
And that was the thing is that, but Pac was, you know what I'm saying? Like Pac had a specific image, and that kind of image will bring out cats with that kind of energy.
Word
Oh,
up.
I want to see. I'm gonna talk all that crazy shit. Come on, man. LA.
Yeah, so I'm picturing that
Yo,
in my head right now, the video.
the line about Easy E,
Yeah, man.
where like something about your stars being dried up in a box or dried up in a coffin. Nick, I was like, oh my god, yo, the disrespect on these records was insane.
Hell yeah. And the production too. The beats. I feel like all of them, even Hit 'em Up, the beat by itself
Yeah.
was like fantastic.
Oh, what's wild though is I feel like Pac got off the best every time. The only reason why I say that though is Who Shot You is he claims is not about Pac. Big claim that it was never about Pac, so we're not gonna say that Who Shot You was in that whole mix.
Apparently it was recorded before he got shot or something, right? That's
Yeah,
what they say.
yeah, that's what they say.
That beat too, though. Telling you. I'm so much more
And
into
look,
beats now, bro. Like I love lyrics. I love lyrics. Lyricists it's art. It's an art form. It within its own thing. Like
hmm,
aside from having a beat to write to and all that, just writing lyrics is a whole nother art form that's
yeah,
fantastic. But like, oh man, when you layer perfect lyrics or just great lyrics on like Gangstar, I
the
think is a
right
perfect
beat.
example. Guru and
Yeah,
Premier, they just it just worked.
yeah,
It's just perfect when you do it in that way. So it's always like I always respect that. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
The craft of the beat is like I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people don't take it as serious. I think they just since it's becoming more mechanical and AI driven.
Yeah. I
I
think
don't know.
um I think that was the case for a while. And then somewhere around when rap started to decline in quality, like lyrics started to decline in quality commercially,
Yeah,
is when you started to see the producers emerge kind of as the stars. You know what I mean? Um
Neptunes.
More so than the, yeah, like more so than the artists themselves. Like Neptunes could make an artist, right? But then even later on down the line, where
Mhm.
who gave a fuck who was rapping? It was Mustard on the beat.
Right,
I don't
right.
even remember. I can't tell you who the fuck sang on a Mustard on the beat song. Whenever that shit dropped, I don't know who sang on one. I don't know who rapped on one.
You know, some
I
mustard
can
on the
tell
beat
you
song.
though, I know it was a Mustard on the beat,
DJ Mustard.
right? So, I think that, there now there are more people who are leaning towards the way that you're looking at, you know what I'm saying, rap music, where it's like, yeah, no, let's look at the whole.
Yeah.
And I think that the uh advantage that MCs have who make their own beats is that they understand the
Mm,
format of a song.
right, because
If
they
you want to
build it
make a
themselves.
certain kind, right?
Yeah.
If you want to make a certain kind of song,
Right.
you know the elements now. Not only lyrically, but now you know also the elements musically that are going to make this.
Like
Um,
Don Teak, right? He makes his own shits too.
right. And there's a special kind of um, songs sound different when somebody is putting them together themselves. They sound different. You might even get there weren't a lot of MCs doing bridges on their joints where you'd have maybe instead of a 16 bar verse, now you got maybe a 12 bar verse, a um, 4 bar bridge, and then you go into the hook. And then you repeat the bridge. So you do a brand new 12, repeat the bridge and the hook. So now you have almost like an extended hook on the rap. I've heard these joints that are like that, where the guy's only rapping for maybe, 10 to 12 bars. And the rest of it is a bridge and a hook. And it's like, yo, that's different. You know what I mean?
That's
This
another
is
way to
this
go
is
about it.
different. Yeah, that's another way to go about it. Exactly. Where you're not giving them 16s or you're not throwing just a whole, wall of fucking rap together, and which is what I like to do because I'm a writer. I don't make beats. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll rap all over your beat. I don't care where the hook is supposed to be. This is the space I made for the hook. I'm rapping on that.
Yeah, the whole thing's getting
Fuck the
wrapped
transition. I'm good. The whole thing's getting rapped on from beginning to end if I like it enough.
on.
It's
Yo,
1,000 bar fucking verse
whatever happened
song.
with King Ra?
No, no, I'm still writing for that. The thing is, like I said, like I have to make recording make sense to me. Um,
You're still
uh,
doing the poetry thing though, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to make recording make sense to me monetarily. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain way that I want to make this project, and if I can't get the sound that I want, I'll wait until I can. You know what I'm saying? And it's got to make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like I still have responsibilities. I can't just be throwing money at fucking recording and mixing and mastering when, you know what I'm saying? That whole shit. So, art costs money and I'm not going to get a big return from it. I'm gonna spend a couple hundred to get 19 likes and somebody's mama might buy the album. I know you'll buy the album, but somebody's mama
I'll
might buy the
cop it, yo.
album and that'll be, besides
Shit,
like the 5 friends that I have and shit.
I cop the Spaceman Judah.
Yeah, no, yes. I wish I knew the actual numbers on how many copies got sold on Spaceman. I probably went like double paper plate. So,
Double
I
plate.
would be excited to see the numbers on that. If I sold 15 fucking albums, I'd have been happy.
Yo, man, we got
Um,
to figure out a way to get you. We got to play a game online, man.
yeah,
So what are you playing on PS5 right now?
I'm not playing at PS5 at all, nigga.
Oh wait, we got PS4. I'm sorry, PS4.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I got PS4
right
right
now
here.
I'm actually playing WWE 2K24. Um,
I mean,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
run
No,
it.
you know what it is? The reason why I'm popping, why I've been popping that in lately is because I've always been a big like I love character customization, character creation, shit like that. Like
Okay.
RPG, if I get an RPG and that's the first thing that's on there, I'm spending like 2 hours in the character creator.
I'm the same way. Yeah, yeah.
Like
I want it to look
two,
as
three
close to what I
hours,
want as possible. It takes a while.
bingo. Yeah, you mess around for a little bit. Sometimes it's you don't have something in mind. You have you have a face in mind or whatever, blah blah blah, or being an asshole. Let's see how close I can get to this. Um,
What
I
about
did a
Anthem?
damn near 1-to-1 recreation of my lady on fucking Fallout 4. My
Oh,
nigga,
word.
if I show you the picture, you will die because it's perfect. Because the sliders are great in Fallout 4. The character
Damn, I'm
creator
trying to
sliders are
remember.
fucking great. You can make anything. I straight up made a 1-to-1 recreation of, except for the hair, because it's like 50s hairdos and shit. But
I'm trying to remember which one. I remember Fallout 3. I remember New Vegas.
mhm.
Which one
4
was
was the
Fallout
one
3?
on PS4. But that is the Soul Survivor. That's the one where everybody died in cryo in the uh in the vault.
In the Vault. Okay, the Vault was one of the
Yeah.
earlier games or some shit, right?
No, every Fallout involves people, vault dwellers.
But the ones that died in 4, were those the same ones in part 3, or is it its own separate?
No, no, it's a different vault.
Oh, damn! There's so many Fallout games too, yo.
Yeah.
There's a
Hella
couple of them.
Fallout game.
The old one too. I remember the original Fallout.
The one that was isometric.
Yeah, top down, right? We're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yo, what about Anthem? Is it still on? We can still.
Oh yeah.
I really just
Yeah, I
want to
think
run
it's
in and
there.
jump off the cliff and fly. That's
Yo,
really all I want to do.
I gotta re-download that bad boy. Um, because I told you my fucking hard drive. Um, but
Yo,
which
I got
well,
a
yeah, I
couple
gotta.
right here.
But
I can
yeah,
give you a try.
that joint was so good. I'm so disappointed because that gameplay was so fun.
Yeah, the story was kind of shitty, but the
Story was
characters were
so
okay.
ass. But I heard they like hobbled that shit together in like a few months. Like they had a flying mechanic and that's all they had. They fabricated everything else like for E3 and all that other bullshit.
You kind of tell now that you play it, like
Yeah,
you kind of see it.
yeah.
But the combat for
The
me,
combat was incredible.
could they have added upon it? Absolutely. But this should be they should make this game because they abandoned it anyway. Make it a sandbox, I think they call it, when you could just go in there and modify everything. They did it with
Yeah,
Unreal. Remember,
yeah.
Unreal Tournament was a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now they built a whole engine around that, and
Yep,
now they make games based on that. People don't remember that shit.
yep.
Unreal Tournament
Unreal
was the
Tournament.
game, and then the engine was so good they were like, "Hey, we'll sell you this to make your own games." And the companies was like,
Right.
"Word, all right,
Yep. And
cool,
now we're what? We are Unreal 4 now?
yep, yep."
Ain't that some shit?
Yo, you know what game is so slept on
You
right now, dude? Go ahead.
what's that? No, 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 go ahead. Go ahead.
Prince of Persia, yo, Prince of Persia.
Which one? The new one
The
that
new,
just came out?
yeah, the new one that just came out, dude. That
I
game,
heard I heard bad things about it, so I never looked into it. It's good?
it's great. If you like Castlevania and Metroidvania type games
Yeah.
with good battle, like he has a sword, he be fucking shit up. There's parries. It's dope. It's dope.
That sounds crazy. And you do like time powers and shit too, right? That's still you can
Yeah,
still do all that?
yeah. You could go back in time if you fuck up, but you gotta catch it right. Like I don't know. It's weird. It's a little different. But what are you gonna say? Are you gonna say something?
Yes. Speaking of game engines, that would have been incredible and probably would have made the gaming making games easier for people. The Fox engine,
The Fox.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh hell yeah! Yo,
That
they're
engine was
remaking
built
the games.
specifically.
They're remaking these games. They
They
coming out
remade
again?
three. They
Is
remade
that
part three.
it's out already?
But yeah, they're redoing part three and they're calling it Delta.
I can just look it up right now. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Oh shit! You're right, and it's coming out this
Yeah,
year.
my nigga.
They said it's coming
This
out this year.
motherfucking yeah.
Yo, the only Metal Gear Solid game, man. This is why I built. All right, I don't want to take up too much time with this, but this is why, especially why this is why I touched on the whole thing before, where they say that game preservation is now up to us because the government's not going to do it
Yeah.
for us. Most probably, if it keeps going the way it's going, some of these games are going to be gone and won't ever be found again. So thankfully, people are pirating shit. That's what Thankfully, fuck it.
Word. Yo, Migs, my phone, regardless of the fact that I have now plugged this bitch into the charger, I think it's gonna die.
Oh, word. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, we've been
This
on for an
son of
hour and
a
45
bitch.
anyway. We've
My
been on for an
bad.
hour 45 anyway.
Damn. You know what's crazy is that the whole time I'm talking about that DEI shit, I'm explaining it to you and didn't get off what I actually wanted to say.
Well, try to get it off right now.
No, we good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
do this again.
But yeah, no, yeah, we'll talk more of like we'll expand more on that shit because yeah, I think like I don't know, dog. Um, because it's not. No, I think I did get off what I wanted to get off on it. I did say
I think you
like
did. I kind of
it's yeah,
from
it's wrong.
understanding.
It's wrong on both sides. Like, but the really harsh voices from like the male side aren't coming from niggas who you know the argument is dishonest on both sides. Because the argument for against like shit like fem frequency and shit like that is it's not like oh this is dishonest discourse. It's more like fucking women in gaming and that's where all these niggas is what I'm saying, like that's where we have now this why it's so easy for people to these content creators to kind of like funnel in, let's draw in a video game talk and then before you know it, this
Oh, you're cutting out, yo.
shit.
Phone dying.
So, yeah, it's actually
Yo, it's crazy. I've been playing Near Automata, and you sound like the robots that like are trying to tell me something before I kill them.
become a god with me and
Oh,
my people.
it's back.
There we go. All right. I was trying to scream in the robot voice, become a god with me.
Yo, man, that game is super cheap, by the way. So if you ever want to like try to pick it up, you get it for like $5.
I'm probably gonna fuck with it. Yeah, no, I know how good it is. I definitely watched my fucking June beat the shit out that game.
It's fantastic.
Um, and it was dope how many different endings. Did you get the ending with the fish?
Yes, I even got the secret ending.
You ate the fish.
I ate the fish. Yes,
I ate the fish
jackass.
and died.
Yeah, you get sick. Yeah. If you there's so many fucked up endings. Like if you remove the chip, like if you have a chip that gives you certain
Yes.
like because you can upgrade yourself. If you remove a certain
Mhm.
chip and put it like on the side, it tells you, oh, you were never supposed to remove that chip, and then you just see credits, and that's it. You
You
fucking
killed
die.
yourself.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you piece of shit. What the fuck?
It's like, yo, you
Uh,
straight up killed me.
yo, man, if you want to, because you do have that PC I gave you,
Hmm.
so you could connect that to something. We could figure out a way to play like old games,
Ooh,
like
that would be fire,
SNES.
nigga. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We could play Mario Kart, Wii for the Wii, Wii U. I think I put on there too.
Yeah, there's a few Wii U joints on there. I think Dead
Yeah,
Cells. No, 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 that was for the Switch. You put Dead Cells for the
I
Switch
did
on.
put Dead Cells on there. Yo,
I
there's a
gotta check that. I
fucking
still haven't played that yet.
there's a new DLC for Dead Cells. I don't know if I put the Castlevania one on there for you. Yo, it's dope. It's dope. If you get it online, I can send it to you.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
But yo, yeah, it's a minute 45. I mean, hour 45.
Ah, beautiful.
Anything you want to
Wait,
say
hold
before
on.
we
Yeah, no, nigga, you gonna have to give me your top 10 best video games of all time.
Oh
Your
my
top 10
gosh.
list.
Damn. Not in order, right?
No order.
Super Dodgeball for the original Nintendo.
Ooh, mother flower.
It's
That's a
on
good
there.
one.
That is on there. 1000%. Super Dodgeball. The Legend of Zelda.
That's
Link's
one I
Quest I
have on my
liked.
list too.
I liked Link's Adventure or Link's Quest, whatever the first one was.
The second one.
Was that the second one? Yeah, I like that one too.
Hmm.
But nah, that other one is just Legend of Zelda is
Yeah, that one amazing.
that's a
That
tough question, bro. You gotta answer this after me then.
yeah.
Yo, try to get to a better spot, yo. You're breaking up a little bit.
I
All right. Can you hear me?
can't leave. All right. Yeah.
All right. Mega Man 3 for the original NES.
That
Yeah,
one introduced Cutman, and he was my favorite.
yeah, man. And Metal Man was in there too. I liked Metal Man. Well, I'm gonna write this down. This is I take shit like this seriously. What did I say?
Me
Super
too.
Dodgeball. Super Dodgeball. What was the other one? Legend of Zelda.
Hmm.
Just those two? Is that all I said? Super Dodgeball, Legend of Zelda.
You said Super Dodgeball, Legend of Zelda.
Mega Man
Um,
3.
what did you say right now? Mega Man 3.
Okay, so that's three.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Final Fantasy 7.
That's on my list too.
Damn, but then I gotta throw 6 on there. Yo, fuck.
6 was good.
I'm not gonna put Chrono Trigger on there. It's not in my top 10. I know that's controversial.
It's not on mine either, so I get it.
Okay.
I understand. It was a good game, but
Final
not on mine either.
Fantasy.
No.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Ooh.
All right, that's 5. Damn, yo. How about I do 5, you do 5. That's my 5 real quick.
All right, cool.
And then I'll do
I'm with
another
that.
5. I'll do
All right.
another
So
5.
in my list, I won't mention in my 5 the ones that were already mentioned on your list. So what do you have there? You got
Really? So if you say something, I can't say one of those either?
no, no, no. I'm just not gonna mention it now in my 5. I'll do it
Okay.
after. I'll do the in the second 5.
Okay.
Um, I've got Silent Hill 2 as one of them. That was probably one of my favorites. Um,
I'm gonna write these down.
yeah. Another one of my favorites is Fatal Frame, the first one.
The first one. What did you play
Yes.
it on? PS2
Yeah, PS2.
or Xbox? Okay.
PS2. Hmm.
I like part two.
Um, Part two is fantastic as well. The first one was like definitely my favorite because that's like the first experience I had with it. I
Yeah.
played two because I was like, one was so good. But yeah, two definitely improved on everything that one did. I just liked one better because it was so fucking memeable. The main character, I think 40% of her dialogue was just her gasping and saying her brother's name. Nice to you. Nice to
Yeah.
you. Every
Yeah.
cutscene. Nice to you.
I think part I think they're all like that actually. All those Fatal Frame games are like that. There's one for the Wii U, Maiden, Dark Maiden of something. I forgot.
Yeah,
Same
Made in the
shit.
Dark Water.
Yeah, Maiden of Dark Water. Yep. All
Yeah,
right,
no,
that's
I
two.
haven't gotten a chance to play those new ones. All right, so yeah, I've got two. Monster Hunter World, easily one of my favorite and one of the
Wow.
best games ever made.
World.
Hmm.
Wow.
Um, yeah,
One of the greatest of all time. Okay.
yep, one of the greatest of all time. I have never been that enthralled in a game. I don't think ever. Like where uh a kind of it's a simple gameplay loop, but I there's so much, you know what I mean? Like it's easy to understand the initial gameplay loop, but there's
Yeah.
so much involved in that game. Like I've played probably over 1,000 hours by now, and there's still shit I haven't seen. There are gems I haven't collected by now. 1,000 hours, you didn't beat a game 400 times. You didn't seen everything there is. You 100%ed it about 6 times.
Yeah.
In 1,000 hours. This game, you could play for 5,000 hours and still not get a second fucking power gem. You know, what I mean? Like it all depends. So to me,
And you can
there's
play
so
online,
much.
right? Together.
Right, right. So any monster busting your ass, you actually have a fighting chance because you could call in the cavalry. This one, I don't think anybody has anywhere in their top 10, but it was definitely one of my favorites. It was for the Sega CD. It was called The Adventures of Willie Beamish. It was a point and click adventure.
I think I've heard of that game actually. Willie Beamish, you said?
The Adventures of Willie Beamish.
Okay. That's four.
All right, number five. Let's see here. Oh, here's an easy one. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's one of the greatest games of all time. Wizard
Yes.
showed me the fucking. I remember watching that movie and I was like, oh shit, there's a fucking secret there. Turned the movie off, went to my Nintendo, and did the fucking secret from straight from the movie, yo.
Hell yeah.
You duck
Yep.
on the white shit, boom, you go, you run, bam, you get the fucking flute.
Yep.
Oh
That's
man,
where I learned the flute trick too.
fantastic game.
Yeah.
Apparently, not too many people beat part two. You ever beat Super Mario Brothers 2?
Hmm.
Remember, it's all a dream. He's like sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was fucking stupid.
yeah. I thought that
But
was
then I
dumb too.
realized why. Because that wasn't even a Mario game initially.
Right.
It was some other shit in Japan.
No, you're right.
Yeah, the real Mario Brothers 2, the Nintendo of America was like, "Yo, what are y'all doing? Y'all trying to piss everybody off? This shit is too hard." And so they just swapped some Mario characters onto a fucking
Like another game,
some
right? Whole
Doki
nother game.
Doki bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Man, top five. I got to put some fighting games in there.
Yep.
I love fighting games. Do I love King of Fighters more than Street Fighter? Yes, I do.
Ooh, King of Fighters. Nice.
Joe Higashi, Andy Bogard, and Terry Bogard. Ken Ryu, they're cool and everything. I don't know, man.
Yep. Terry Bogard though. Yo, Final Fight, baby. I mean, no, that was that Fatal Fury. Yeah, that
Fatal
was it.
Fury. Yep, the original.
Yeah. Yep.
Because if I'm gonna say top 5, I can't. Yeah, I guess the Capcom versus SNK shit kind of counts.
All right, yeah, yeah, dude.
But I didn't really rock those games, to be honest with you. I was either playing Street Fighter or I was playing King of Fighters. Damn.
Yeah,
And Mortal Kombat, I loved it, but I don't know if it's top 10 for me. It just wasn't my
none
jam.
of them, none of them that ever,
Nah,
none of the
maybe
12 of them make top 10 for you.
top 20. Top 20.
That's fair.
Because
That's
I have
fair.
memories of it playing in the arcade.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say, man, I was playing it the other day. I think it was either King of Fighters 99 or 98. There's like 100. I think it's King of Fighters 98. I'm going to say that. King of Fighters 98. Damn. We're gonna be here all day. Oh my gosh. Rogue Galaxy for the PlayStation 2.
Yo,
I think it was one of the greatest.
nice choice.
Holy shit. Near Automata.
Oh, right. You did say that.
Near Replicant, top 15 games of all time. But not my top 10. Damn, yo, racing games. It's gotta be Mario Kart,
I
right?
don't. Oh, well, yeah, that's probably the only racing game I've ever enjoyed in my entire life. No, that's a lie. Daytona for the Sega Saturn.
Oh, I love that game too.
Daytona 500. All the fucking themes.
Yeah,
Daytona.
but top 10?
Boom.
I don't even know
No,
if that's
definitely
top
not.
10 racing games, to be honest with
That shit is top 1,000.
you.
And it's about 999.
Damn. I'm gonna say
But I
Resident
love
Evil
that
2.
game. Ooh.
Resident Evil 2 was top 10. The two CDs, I remember being in Pennsylvania at my cousin's house. He was having problems playing a certain part. I flew through the first CD into the second CD. Then you got to go back to this and play as the other character.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good memories. Resident Evil 2,
Yeah,
top 10 for me.
that's dope.
All right. So that's King of
Definitely
Fighters
dope.
98, Rogue Galaxy,
Mhm.
Nier Automata, Resident Evil 2. I feel like this is a terrible list. Fuck, man. One more.
It's your personal list. Can't be terrible.
Damn, yo.
I said Willie Beamish for Christ's sakes. I'm sure somebody who's gonna hear that is gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with him?"
Damn. I was gonna say Panzer Dragoon Saga, but
Oh, Panzer Dragoon period is fucking so dope.
I'm gonna say that's top 20 though. Damn.
That's fair.
What's that game for Genesis? I'm gonna say Sonic and Knuckles. When that shit first came out, and you could have the other three games and put it into the game and play as him in those games. That was monumental.
Crazy.
Yeah, that
Yo,
was.
we thought that was gonna happen for every game
Yeah.
from now on.
Yep. I'm gonna have to say Sonic and Knuckles, bro, for number 5.
That was dope. That's a dope fucking choice. I didn't
Sonic
even
and
think about
Knuckles.
that.
I
That shit had
remember.
a
I
open
remember.
top, and you could just
I remember Sonic
pop
2, there
that
was
other
some parts
shit.
that gave me super problems, and then I played it as Knuckles. Fucking flew through the game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why I don't think many people would have ever
That's
brought
dope
up
as
that.
hell.
It's one of the top 10. All right, man.
Sonic and Knuckles. Nah, I'm sure somebody would have came up with that. All right.
Your next
In
5.
the vein of continuing with the uh fighting game trend, this is gonna ruffle all the feathers. Um, because
Dead
this
or
is
Alive.
not considered the greatest of the 3D fighters. but it is the beginning.
Tekken.
Virtua Fighter.
Virtua Fighter. I knew it. Which one? The first one?
No, Virtua Fighter 5 is to me the best, which was the one. Well, they remade Virtua Fighter 5 like for the PlayStation 4 now, but like actual 5, like when it first came out.
So Virtua Fighter
Um,
5, you say is
right. It was yeah, to me it's the most refined version of Virtua Fighter, and it has everything that you know what I'm saying that made Virtua Fighter great. It wasn't fantastical fighting, niggas wasn't fucking flying in the air and shooting beams out of their eye like in Tekken. Um, it
okay.
was and the 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 fighting mechanics to me they were deep, like very easy to learn, very difficult to master depending on the character that you chose. And even sometimes the ones that were like they had easy combos, they
Mhm.
also had, you know what I'm saying, like a very difficult version of their combos or some shit that was very like chain combos that were like fucking dope. So like it was one of the first games that really did all the things that Tekken was doing that we like now, but without all the juggling.
Mhm.
Because like Tekken, especially early Tekken, it was about like the launch and the juggle. Like that's how you're winning. Whereas this is more, you know what I'm saying, attack block. Let me find the opening. It felt like more of a for real martial arts game.
I don't think I've ever played Virtua Fighter 5.
Virtua Fighter's dope. Yeah.
I gotta
But
check that
Part
one.
5 is definitely dope. Yeah. It's pretty cheap now, I think. The version they like rebuilt the version Part 5 out of the engine from Dead or Alive.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how they remade the Part 5 because I don't think they had like the source code or some shit like that. I don't know what that was about. Um, I am going to choose a Mortal Kombat,
Oh
and it's
shit.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, definitely. You got young Shang Tsung, and he was playable. Stop playing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Liu Kang
that
was
was
dope as
to
hell in that
me.
game, yo.
Hmm.
All of them.
Yeah, and he looked less like Bruce Lee and
Yeah.
more like his own character, which I thought was pretty fire. Um, we already said this, but I said I was bringing back some older stuff, or some stuff that we both agreed on. Final Fantasy VII and Zelda would be the next two.
Okay.
Um,
And
Zelda for the
Legend of Zelda.
NES. Yeah, Legend of Zelda for the NES. Um,
Got one more.
all right. Oh, the last one, of course, it would have been like my number one anyway. So it's great that it's the last one that I picked. Um, Greatest game of all time, in my opinion, Metal Gear Solid 3.
You gotta tell us why.
Right? So you fucking go through like Metal Gear 1 was fucking fantastic, the first of its kind, right?
Snake Eater.
Metal Gear 2, right, right, part 3. So Metal Gear 2 uh was like a mind fuck, right? People hated it forever because they didn't understand what the fuck was really going on. When they finally understood what was going on, like 15 years later, they're like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest game ever made." But I remember when Part Two came out, and for years, everybody was mad because the main character was not Snake. They advertised the main character as being Snake, and then they did a bait switch. It was Snake for the first level, and then the tanker blows up, and then you're fucking riding. Um, but part three was the origin story of Big Boss.
Mm.
So although you are playing as a snake, you're playing not as Solid Snake, but you're playing as Naked Snake, and you're trying to figure out how the fuck is this possible? What is going on here? Then you realize, no, wait a minute. This snake is who they cloned Solid Snake from and Liquid Snake from. This is the story of this snake. Now
Was he the
This is
original
where
Frank?
the villain then becomes kind. Now you understand why he's the villain, right? He was the original Snake, but he's also the original villain from the Metal Gear series, from the original, the NES Metal Gear. Big Boss is who you
Mm.
fight. Big Boss is your commander, and then you fight him at the end, finding out that he's the bad guy. He sent you on your mission to kill you. So you find out why. You learn about why this gentleman now has kind of switched over, or what kind of starts to um, guide his mind towards becoming, the big boss that people know, the greatest soldier, not only, but also the greatest fucking tyrant. So that story is sympathetic. They don't get into, like, the bad, him turning into the bad guy. They just show you what happens, um that betrayal that makes him be like, oh man, fuck all this, because he was a soldier, and soldiers, you know what I'm saying, take orders. They do what they got to do for the mission. And by the end of the shit, he starts to realize, oh, you're using all of us like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is some bullshit. And you go through that at the end while he's walking away. The motherfucking the president puts his hand out to shake it, and fucking and Snake don't shake the hand. He just walks away. He salutes him instead.
Wow.
And he refuses the handshake and salutes him instead. Stands there and just walks away.
And this is one of the games that's being
And
remade,
you
right?
understand what's going on. Yeah, that's the one that's being made as Delta. Hopefully, then they go down the line. I hope they remake one. Like, I hope they do Delta, but like the
You're breaking up again, yo.
want them to recreate the first version, the first Metal Gear.
Yeah, the first one had like 3 CDs, right?
No, I mean the one for Nintendo.
Oh, the original Metal Gear.
Yeah, I want them to. Yeah, I want them to make a Metal Gear like one and two, like the Nintendo versions of one and two. Mix them shits bitches together, because then you ain't gonna get a third-hour story if you mix them both together. But that would be fire if they redid that.
Damn, I'm looking at the
Or
list.
start us off with a whole motherfucking story, dog.
How many? Yeah, didn't they
Crazy as shit, right?
there's one with the dude, the cyborg dude with the sword. Rising, Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Yeah. Platinum Games made that one.
Yeah. Yep. Who also made Near Automata.
That game was incredible.
I have
Hmm.
that game. I have that game. That's a pretty good game too. Damn, all these remakes, yo. Holy shit. I still haven't played the Resident Evil
There's
4.
some of that. All the remake,
Yeah, the remake of 4.
or you never played four at all.
No, I played 4. I played it. I
Oh,
beat it on
okay.
the GameCube, which is weird because the controller is weird, but it was actually really fun.
Yeah. No, that game was awesome. I loved four. I played it with PS2. Yeah, the PS2.
Damn, Fatal Frame. There's I think a new Fatal Frame just dropped, or they re-released one.
Mhm.
A Fatal Frame.
Yeah, they re-released, I think, made the Dark Water and the one that came after that.
Yo, Rogue Galaxy. I played that back in the day, but I beat it maybe 5 years ago. He turned Super Saiyan pretty much at the end of the game. He turned Super Saiyan, and he's just like
No.
indestructible. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But
They do. I took
yeah, it was weird.
Sonic go Super Saiyan 2.
Yes, right. Supersonic.
Hmm. And we just didn't realize it because we wasn't getting Dragon Ball at that time. Well, we were, but we was getting the original, like first Dragon Ball.
Yep.
So Dragon Ball Z was already like it was out in Japan already, but and it's going through stand by him, but we didn't know about it.
Mm. Yeah, I think we're good, yo. I'm gonna keep it 2 hours straight. It's been 2 hours.
All right,
I'm gonna cut it here. First
beautiful,
edition.
beautiful.
What
Yes, sir.
what was it called again? Jenova's Witness.
Jenova's Witness.
Jenova's Witness. I've got my robotic from Near Automata here, co-host. Sounds like he's oh, and he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Later.
Yo, peace out, bro. Peace out, people.